MAGA Representative Ashley Hinson of Iowa recently got an earful during a town hall with her constituents. Just moments into her event on Wednesday, she was met with some booing and heckling.
We were seeing an open border, high inflation. We were seeing hardworking men and women in Iowa and our country feel like their voices were not heard. Families in Iowa have told me for the last 4 years that we want to make sure we have safe streets, we have affordable groceries and gas, and that kids have opportunity to be able to live out the American dream. And that is what President Trump is delivering for us. And the president is, I believe, fighting for you and fighting for me. I'm fighting alongside of him. And I think God saved President Trump's life in Butler. I think he saved his life in Butler, Pennsylvania, for a reason.
Look, I'm not going to get into why a lot of people believe that Butler was staged, okay? But let me just say that whatever it is, I don't think God was involved in it, okay? That said, not a great response from the crowd, especially on the issue of affordable groceries and gas, which are, you know, go to any store, any gas station, you can see they're still expensive, okay? Yeah, I know, even when Trump comes out and says, oh, it's $1.99 for gas. Where? In your dreams? I mean, this man has never gotten his own gas in his entire life, much less bought his own groceries, okay? You know, what an interesting word for things. They come in a bag. Oh my God. Okay. But anyway, all the things are still expensive. Eggs still expensive. Everything's still expensive. Okay. And by the crime's still an issue. Okay. In fact, it's actually seems like it's going to be more of an issue since Donald Trump keeps letting out the criminals with his pardons. All the J6ers, the scam artists, the reality show people that he's letting out. That's weird. You're just letting all the criminals out of the prisons. Huh, weird. But once again, this crowd in Iowa, they're not exactly enthused. They're not exactly impressed. In fact, it gets better because one voter, Steve, he decided to take to the mic and he brought up a very, very important issue: corruption.
One of the things I'm really concerned about is the corruption in Washington, and I think that it undermines our faith in our government, and I think it undermines our faith in representatives. In particular, I'm thinking about the $400 million jet that was given to Mr. Trump. I'm thinking about the meme coins and the dinner at the White House. I'm thinking about the Liberty Fund and the Ponzi scheme and the billions of dollars that are coming into there. So there's lots of reasons why somebody like you might be silent. You might be scared to say something. You might actually like to see the corruption. I know there are some that are making a lot of money from it. Or you might not care about it. Could you help me understand why you are silent about this corruption?
First of all, Steve, thank you.
Damn, Steve. That guy was not there to mess around, okay? He was not playing around with those questions, okay? With that commentary on corruption, which is something that is universally despised by both sides, right? And of course, with this administration, there's been a ton of it. That's it. It's been a ton of it. Look, there's the cash for pardons. Okay, I talked about that. There's some meme coins that Steve mentioned. There's the fact that Donald Trump's still benefiting from his businesses as president. I mean, they literally made Jimmy Carter sell his peanut farm, while Donald Trump can sit there and charge people $1 million a plate to come see him at Mar-a-Lago. How is that not considered bribery? Because it is. It's corruption. And yet people like Hinson are absolutely silent. I've never even heard of this person before. Okay? This representative. What has she done in Congress? She done anything? No. Nothing. Of course not. Look, her defense, by the way, to Steve's question is, well, of course I care about corruption. I'm on the House Ethics Committee. And what? I got news for you. You don't actually have to be ethical to be on the Ethics Committee. You just have to suck up to the people who appoint you to the Ethics Committee. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. Oh yeah, I'm so ethical. I've got put on the Ethics Committee. No, that doesn't mean a goddamn thing. Okay. And her other defense, by the way, is, what do you mean I'm covering corruption? I'm here answering your questions and completely defending Donald Trump. I mean, the thing about that is, like, oh, I'm actually here at this town hall. I am answering your questions, which is just literally part of your job. Yes, meeting with your constituents is kind of the bare minimum here, since you are supposed to be working for them, even though you're not. Okay, a lot of our politicians don't work for the constituents. They work for their donors. Okay, and in this case, they work for their party leaders, Donald Trump. Look, if she actually cared about real corruption, which they don't, she would be speaking out against the obvious corruption that is going on here. I mean, the administration is littered with it. Okay, and she should be calling it out, not just when the other side does it, by the way, because yes, both sides do engage in corruption. Right now, our entire system is based on legal corruption. Okay, taking corporate money in the form of campaign contributions. I mean, what happens when you take that money? You become subservient to those donors. The owner donors, as Nina Turner would call them. Okay? She's absolutely right about that. So, look, that said, is Hinson ever going to call Donald Trump out? No, of course not. No, I can pretty much guarantee that her and most of the Republican Party, the vast majority of it, are going to continue to ignore Donald Trump's rampant, open corruption, because they actually don't care about that, because yes, they do benefit from it. She might not be getting kickbacks, as she claimed in another part of that video, but you know what? As long as she keeps her mouth shut on Donald Trump and actively goes out and supports him, then he'll either shut up about her, not attack her on social media, and she'll continue to get corporate money to help her re-election campaign. Okay, and will continue to fly under most people's radar and cruise to comfortable re-election, to which she can continue to get corporate money. And then after she leaves office, we'll probably get a cushy job somewhere. That's the ultimate goal here for a lot of these politicians, is just self-enrichment. And so, of course, she's going to absolutely ignore the real corruption that is going on, the real and obvious blatant corruption, not just from Donald Trump, but from the system itself, because her career, like many others, is built on that corruption. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.